Imagine a bird that can fly for months without landing, sleeping while gliding over endless oceans. Sounds impossible, right? But that's just a typical day for the albatross, one of the most mysterious and awe-inspiring creatures on Earth. With the largest wingspan of any living bird and the ability to cross entire oceans in a single journey, the albatross is a true master of the skies. But beneath their graceful flight lies a world of strange behaviors, ancient superstitions, and modern dangers. The wandering albatross holds the record for the largest wingspan of any living bird, reaching an astonishing 12 feet 3.6 meters. With wings like that, they barely need to flap. Instead, they use a technique called dynamic soaring, riding the wind currents to travel thousands of miles with almost no effort. Some species fly over 75,000 miles, 120,000 kilometers, every year, enough to circle the globe multiple times. And get this, they spend more than 90% of their lives at sea, only returning to land to breed. But here's where things get really weird. Albatrosses can sleep while flying. Scientists have discovered that they take micronaps mid-flight, shutting down one half of their brain at a time while the other stays alert to navigate. This means they can stay airborne for weeks without stopping. It's like nature gave them a built-in autopilot. When they do land on the water, it's usually just to rest, but that comes with risks. Predators like sharks are always lurking beneath the surface. Despite their nomadic lifestyle, albatrosses are surprisingly loyal. These birds form lifelong pair bonds, returning to the same nesting sites year after year. And their relationships start with one of the most bizarre dating rituals in the animal kingdom, an elaborate courtship dance. Picture this, two giant birds clacking their beaks, spreading their wings, and swaying in a synchronized dance until they find the perfect match. Once bonded, they stay together for life. But here's a twist. In some colonies, up to 30% of albatross couples are female-female pairs, working together to raise a chick. It's a fascinating survival strategy in environments where males are scarce. But the connection between humans and albatrosses goes beyond biology. It's steeped in myth and superstition. For centuries, sailors believed albatrosses carried the souls of lost mariners. Harming one was considered a terrible omen, a belief immortalized in Samuel Taylor Coleridge's famous poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner. In the poem, a sailor kills an albatross and is cursed with endless misfortune. That's where the phrase, an albatross around your neck, comes from. It means carrying a heavy burden of guilt or bad luck. Even today, these birds remain symbols of freedom and fate on the open sea. But while the albatross may seem untouchable in the sky, their biggest threat comes from below, us. Plastic pollution is wreaking havoc on their populations. Albatrosses often mistake floating plastic for food, and many chicks die with their stomachs full of plastic debris. Even worse, thousands of albatrosses fall victim to longline fishing every year. They're drawn to the baited hooks, but get caught and drown, a silent killer threatening their survival. Climate change isn't helping either, as shifting winds and warming oceans disrupt their feeding patterns and nesting sites. It's not all bad news. There's still hope. Conservation groups are working to protect these incredible birds. Many fisheries are adopting albatross-safe practices, like weighted hooks that sink faster and bird-scaring lines to keep them away. But the fate of the albatross depends on global action, and awareness is the first step. So, the next time you picture a bird soaring over the ocean, remember the albatross, an ancient traveller who's been riding the winds for millions of years. They've survived the harshest conditions on Earth, but their future is hanging by a thread. The question is, will we let these legendary birds disappear, or will we fight to keep them soaring across our skies?